Today, we are going to make this delightful necklace. It's a wonderful piece in two contrasting colors with, in this particular case, silver supporting beads or accent beads that you can see are right here and here and in odd places along the way. They are designed to just simply complement the piece and make it pop a little bit and stand out. And then we have a clasp up here. On this particular piece, I have a magnetic clasp that operates like this. And you just hold it close and it kind of clicks or connects. Some of your pieces will have a different clasp, what's called a toggle, and you will see that in just a moment. So let's get started. We're going to take our necklace and set it aside. And in my case, I'm putting it so I can see. Now let's talk about the tools we're going to use today. Today you're going to use chain nose pliers. I want you to see how those look. And you should have a pair there. These are wonderful tools. My tools are Lindstrom tools. The ones that you are using are not Lindstroms, but they are nice. I use Lindstrom tools because I do this every day and they are nicer on my hands. This is a side cutter. And you can see that the blade sits down in a groove, you see? So that on one side of the blade is flat and on the other side it goes in. There's an indent in here. So they're called side cutters for that reason, you see? And these are the two tools that we will work with today. Among the things that we're going to need 40 of the primary bead that we're going to use, and you will have all of these beads in your kit, or if you're working with your own beads, you need 40. These are 10 millimeter beads. You can use them a little larger or a little smaller. If they're smaller, you may need to add more beads to finish your necklace at the length that you want. Today we are going to be working toward an 18-inch necklace. Now we need 9 of the pearl finish beads, which are going to be like accent beads in the piece. Remember that in the necklace that we're working on, we have accent beads in places just to perk the necklace up a little bit and make it the way we want it to be ultimately, so that it's very special. Then we're going to use 12 of the 5 millimeter beads. These are silver tone beads. And so we have those. Now, last but not least are the findings. And the first thing in the findings that we need is the wire we're going to put it on. In this case, I've cut 24 inches. While we're not going to use 24 inches, it will make it easier for you to string your beads and to have plenty left over on either end so that you can add your clasp and so on. Now, the other things that we need that are findings are, in this particular case, we need 2 more beads that are smaller than the 10 millimeter beads. So these beads up here are 5 millimeter beads. Sorry, 6 millimeter beads. So they will, just to finish off the clasp, finish off the end so that it looks nice, we use that bead. And then we have a clasp, in this case a toggle, which is a very nice one. And we have, very important, our crimps, which are what we use to close off the piece. Can you see that? I'll take it down so you can see. See? We just need one at either side. Okay. So now, let's take our necklace and put it aside. And let's take our wire. Make sure that I have the right one. I cut two. I want to be sure that I have the longer. Yeah, this is the longer. So we're going to start with the center. And we're going to start in the center so that we can create our pattern as we are going. So the first thing we're going to put on is one of our accent beads, because in this particular pattern, the accent bead is in the center. Now we're going to put on a silver bead on either side. And these silver beads have really nice large holes, which is good. Then we're going to put on a black, in this particular piece, the bead happens to be black, but your beads could be blue or green or whatever color you chose. And so we put one on either side. And now we add another silver bead on either side. And while this is a video that you are looking at this moment, my alter ego is here live on this Zoom gathering. So if you have any questions while I'm doing this, the other me can answer you, which I think is pretty clever.